Hey, what's up everyone? And well, especially gamers, you're probably wondering what I think of the new Mario Galaxy movie, the longly awaited sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie that came out in 2023, which I enjoyed for what it was. I mean, it's not a masterpiece movie, but it's an Easter egg movie. Flawed, but fun. So of course, with this one, with all the anticipation riding on it, you're probably wondering what I thought of it. And after hearing rather mixed reactions on it, I went to see it like anybody else. I mean, being that it's the highest grossing movie so far of 2026, and I thought it was pretty decent for a sequel. It's arguable whether or not you think this is better than the last one or not. I think it's good in its own right. It's definitely an Easter egg movie. So yeah, I'll try to keep spoilers, at least the major ones, to a minimum. And well, if I get to anything that's kind of major, I'll let you know. But yeah, it's a definite Easter egg movie, that's for sure, and a lot more than the last movie. And as you guessed, it takes place instead of just on the same world, it takes place throughout space. And well, I'm glad to see a couple of things. You know, Mario's back and Luigi, voiced by the same actors. Peach is just as badass as ever. I'm glad to see that Luigi is not the captured one. Instead, this time around, if you've seen the trailers, it's Princess Rosalina, voiced by Brie Larson. And, well, yeah, she's as badass as ever until she's captured. And if you saw the trailers too, you probably noticed that it's this time not King Bowser who was shrunken. Spoiler alert for any of you who haven't seen the last one, but I think most of us know how it ends. Bowser is shrunken. He's voiced once again by Jack Black, at least when he's not speaking in that tiny, squeaky, hilarious voice. But yeah, he's back, and, well, you obviously know he's going to grow back to normal size again at some point, but his son, Bowser Jr., voiced by Benny Safdie, he's taken the throne as the one who's trying to unleash chaos, not just on the Mushroom Kingdom, but on the entire universe, as well as trying to get his father back. Not just the full size, but to unleash chaos and join in buddy-buddy or father and son on doing the whole thing of not only creating a whole entire theme park planet, you know, with lava and everything like that, but basically trying to build this entire weapon to destroy the universe, and they have to use Rosalina's power, if that makes any sense. So it's great to see the brothers working together, and of course, they come across, if you've seen the post-credit scene in Super Mario Brothers, the last one to be exact, Yoshi. Yes, he plays a pretty big key role in this. He's voiced by Donald Glover. He doesn't really talk too much. I mean, most of the time he just says Yoshi, like you hear out of the video games. It's not like the Super Mario World cartoon, for any of you who remember that back in the 1990s. And like I said, lots of Easter eggs. Lots of the theme songs that you remember from the games, not just from the Super Mario Galaxy games, like the different theme songs, but you got Rosalina sitting telling a story to all the little stars known as the Lumas before being captured, that is. You got the Lumas turning into stars that help our main character slingshot to the galaxy a lot faster. You got several of the different planets that make an appearance, like most notably the Gateway Galaxy. And you even have the Observatory make a brief cameo. There's the part where Princess Peach's castle gets taken out and brought up to the sky. You got the giant Queen Bee. You got some of the power-ups from the Mario Galaxy games, like the one where Mario goes drilling through the ground. Luigi gets the cloud power-up, and Yoshi gets that one where he inflates himself like a balloon. Hell, there's even a scene where Mario gets that red star and it plays that exact same music, like from the Mario Galaxy game. As for ones from other Mario games, you get ones from Mario Odyssey, like Mario and Luigi go to the desert place, you know, at the upside down pyramid. The same exact people from that very town. You get that big blue dragon. You get Luigi wearing the frog suit like in Mario 3. You get Toad wearing the penguin costume. And most notably, from Super Mario Bros. 2 USA, you get not only King Wart, but also Claw Grip, the lobster, Mauser, you know, the mouse that throws the bombs, and even the egg-chucking Birdo and all those little cat things make an appearance in the exact same scene as they gang up on Peach and Toad as they venture out to try to find Rosalina. And even the monkey from Mario 64, and I believe he was also in the Mario Galaxy games, he also makes an appearance leading up to this one scene. Now, not to get into too much spoiler territory, but she has a bit of a connection with her, more than you think, and I'm not sure if this was a thing in the games or not. I mean, I know Rosalina played a big part in the first Mario Galaxy game, and she even made a brief appearance in the end of the second one for any of you who played through that. But, yeah, I found this a little bit random, but I'm not going to spoil it too much. So, yeah, she's just as badass as ever. I like how Mario gives her the umbrella, which plays a big key part in this, and you've seen it in the games, especially the Princess Peach game from Nintendo DS. I love how they play the theme song with King Wart from the ending fight in Super Mario Bros. 2 USA, even though, of course, that wasn't an original Mario Brothers game, it was actually Doki Doki Panic, the whole backstory with lost levels and everything like that, but there are also non-Mario Easter eggs in this movie, and sort of a crossover, actually, aside from the Pikmin, who made a very brief cameo in that one scene if you paid close enough attention. The NES game Excitebike on the TV screen in the background of Mario's bedroom, which I guess makes sense considering in the first movie he was playing the NES game Kid Icarus. You also get a brief appearance from Mr. Game & Watch, as well as the Super Scope, which actually plays a pretty decent key role in this film, and it wouldn't be obviously the first time you've seen a Super Scope in a Mario Brothers movie if you've seen the live action one. You even get Rob the Robot making a rather hilarious cameo appearance, perfectly showing just how slow and tedious his arm movement was. Yeah, remember that crappy NES accessory? But you also get, and I think most of you probably know about this, Star Fox. Yes, I was really surprised to see him make a cameo in this, and yeah, he actually plays a pretty big key role in it. Well, towards mostly the second half of the movie, and yes, he even helps the Mario Brothers and Peach and everyone, and yes, even mentions the other Star Fox characters and does the barrel roll with his ship and everything like that. He's voiced by Glenn Powell, and, well, helps them along their journey to reach the Bowser Kingdom. But I do have to question, with all this crossover, how much more are we really going to get out of this whole shared universe? I mean, I got nothing against crossover movies. It's just this concept is getting a little tiring. I mean, we've seen so many of them in the recent years, and I think it's kind of enough. Of course, we're not going to hopefully get a Super Smash Bros. Movie, especially with Legend of Zelda characters, even though, of course, that's going to get a movie next year, but it's going to be live action, so I highly doubt that's going to cross over with an animated movie. I am looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out, but yeah, I'm hoping this is enough and that it focuses more on Mario characters. Otherwise, yeah, this is a pretty fun, entertaining movie. But like I said, there's maybe a little too much thrown in here, and I felt like maybe they could have saved some other stuff and other characters for the next movies, which I'm sure there's gonna be. I mean, this is, so far, the highest grossing movie of 2026, and you got some very likable characters, tons of Easter eggs, and even a moment where it kind of transitions or more or less resembles an 8-bit Mario game, which I'm guessing is supposed to be a tribute to anybody who's played these games, but that's a cool little added touch there. And then at the very end, not to get too heavy on spoilers, a brief moment where it kind of resembles a 16-bit Mario game with a little Mario Maker reference in there if you catch it. It's very brief. As for Donkey Kong and all the other Kongs, well, you don't really see them in this movie as you did in the previous one. Just a brief mentioning of them and, well, just a brief cameo of him in a flashback sequence. But, yeah, that's as far as I'll go right there. So, in other words, yeah, the movie's very heavy on Easter eggs, and there may be a little too much going on, and I think that's really the biggest flaw with this, is that not everything kind of connects, it may not have 100% rhyme or reason for everything happening, and there's just a little too much going on, and it needs a little more room to breathe. So, yeah, it's not a masterpiece movie. Whether or not you think this is better than the first one, that's all up to opinions. A lot of fans liked it. I thought it was pretty decent. Not a masterpiece. It's obviously not going for an Oscar, especially for Best Animated Movie. I mean, so far, we've had better ones, and I'm sure there's going to be better ones later on this year, but it's enjoyable enough. It's a fan service sequel. Not exactly out of this world, but it's good enough to provide enough fan service, especially for kids who will like it. It's nice and colorful, it's silly, and it has a great soundtrack, too. And yes, also, there is not only a scene during the middle of the credits, but also especially after the credits, which I highly recommend sitting through. It may be hinting another sequel, like I said, it's coming, but Anyway, an enjoyably decent animated sequel to a film that I enjoyed from 2023. My final verdict is just a plain 2 Moats Up. A decent fun, but silly good time. So, until next time, keep watching.